Hello, welcome to IB Film 2. My name is Michael Lewis, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me and a little bit about the program. About me, I grew up in Wisconsin in the States. I'm married to Solange Lewis, who was an 8th grade EAL teacher. We have two kids. One is a junior in university in Wisconsin, and the other is a senior here at ISP. My teaching experience is what has been in the States, in Venezuela, Brazil, and now here at ISP. IB Film, this IB Film class, senior year, it's a lot still about analysis and about film production. These are the assessments that we'll be working on this year. The textual analysis, the second one there, we are working on as I speak. The film portfolio, that was a work in progress since last year and continues this year. The comparative study, we will start that within a few weeks. The collaborative film project is a big project, set up to 7-minute film and a write-up that has been erased because of COVID. So it's just these three that we're working on. Oops, I got to erase my mark. The film portfolio is put together from making short films, and they have to make short films using 3 different roles. So for instance, director, cinematographer, editor, sound design, scriptwriter. And in those 3 roles then, they complete films that are about, or pieces of films that are about 3 minutes long. And then they also write about that role. If it's editor, they show their films that they've created, and then they write about that whole process in the pages, 9 pages total at the end. Here's a sample of a piece of a film portfolio. It's just a short film that this student did, and I'm just taking a piece of this. So that is a piece of a longer film that I think the student chose cinematographer the role for. So she is showing off her work as a cinematographer. The next one, sorry about that, is the textual analysis. This is the one that the seniors are working on right now. I gave them 5 films that they can choose from. We've watched 3 or 4 of them in class at the beginning of this year, and then they make a choice of which film they want to analyze. Once they've made that choice, then they find a 5-minute sequence to analyze from that film. They have to think about the cultural context of the film and a variety of film elements to work on their textual analysis of 1,750 words maximum. Here's a sample of a textual analysis. You can see on the right-hand side here, it's from the film Shower. I have some templates that help guide them through the writing of this. A lot of it is research-based. And on the right side is just from a different textual analysis dealing with the film Pan's Labyrinth. And here you can see they have a couple of images there. One, a famous painting, and then a part of the film that looks similar. The comparative study, this is a big one. This takes a lot of time. So in this one, the students are taking two films from either different time periods. And a time period might be defined like as in a couple of decades, pretty much the length of their lives, and or a different time period and a different culture, different country. And it's a multimedia presentation that they put together with a list of all sources used. Here's a short piece of a sample comparative study. It just took the first 30, 40 seconds of it so you can have an idea.
This comparative study looks at how Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and Bakemonogatari subvert the codes and conventions of the teen genre. Teen film is a film genre focusing on the elements of teenage life through plot points such as first love and dating, the coming-of-age story, bullying, or other teenage struggles. The genre is especially popular due to the free time and spare change of teenagers since its rise in popularity in the 1950s.
This is a sample of a comparative study, really well done, comparing two different films and discussing those differences.
This comparative study looks at how Scott Pilgrim vs.
Now, the collaborative film project, this was always a big project at the end of senior year. We would always start it in January and complete it. It would take a few months to complete this, up to 7-minute film, and then a project report of 2,000 words. This one does not apply this year for the seniors, so that's a big piece that is off their plates. And here's a sample, but I'm not going to show this one. I'll show a bit of it. It was a student that had tried to recreate the Office TV show.
Forgot you were coming. Come, welcome, come on in. Welcome to the upper school office. This is where the magic happens. So, is that on? Okay. And I just talk right into it. Okay. I'm Principal Rooney, and this is my office. You know, I haven't been principal very long, maybe about 18 years. So you can see I have a lot of, little toys and stuff here because, the kids come in and sometimes they're upset and, these things cheer them up. So, yeah. This doesn't happen a lot. You're lucky. The phone doesn't usually ring. Hold on. Hello, Principal Rooney.
So that sample, even though it's from a collaborative film project, that might be a piece that a student would film and take a part of that for their portfolio reel. The assessments that we're working on this year, again, I said we're working on the textual analysis right now that will be due towards the end of October. I'm sorry. Yeah. October. I have a date. I can't remember what it is. That one, once we get done with that, we'll start work on the next one, which is the comparative study. And we'll probably even start before the end of the textual analysis so they can start generating some ideas of what they might do. They're also making films to fulfill their role in portfolio reel. So they're making short films, making sure they have a good sample of 3 minutes of perhaps cinematographer, 3 minutes of editor, etc. Film takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to make a short film. The idea generation even takes quite a bit of time before they get an idea that they're happy with. And then they have to write the scripts, and then they have to storyboard, and then they have to figure out locations, and then they have to get actors. There's a lot of things to think about. So finishing a short film like these takes quite a bit of time, and I wouldn't even want to put a number on it. But it could take 3 to 4, 5 weeks to make a good short film. That's what IB Film is all about. So if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to send me a note. I will get back to you very quickly and timely. I'm pretty good at that. So thank you for your time. Have a good day.